What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today I am going to be answering all the questions you guys left on my video for when I hit 20k subs, which was amazing. I could not have done this without every single one of you, and I actually really do mean that. So thanks again for all of your help and support, and I hope you continue to enjoy my content and whatever future content I happen to bring, whether it's on this channel or potentially another channel in the future. So yeah, so anyway, let's just get straight into the questions now. A lot of people were asking the same question, so if I didn't say, I'm going to be putting the pictures up of each of the questions, so if you don't see yours particularly, then it was probably asked in a similar way by somebody else. So don't worry, I tried to get as many questions in here as I can. I wasn't going to try to make this a two-parter, so this is only going to be one part hopefully. So let's just get straight into it, as I said before. But yeah, let's get right into it. And also, there were some questions that I've answered before in many past videos and streams and everything. So if you want to go check those out, go ahead. And so I wasn't going to answer, all the ones that I've answered before. Some of them, yes, I know for a lot of new people, they're still questioning about this to this day. So I did decide to answer those, but there were some that were just kind of like really old. It's like I've answered that plenty of times. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into the first question, and that is, what character would you like to get a... I can't even speak right now. What character would you like to get a card in Dokkan Battle that doesn't have a card yet? And I had to think about this for a minute, and I would probably have to say Tapion. Tapion would be pretty cool, all sword-like and everything. He was pretty cool in the movie. I know a lot of people want him to come to the game. The problem is I don't know how popular he is in Japan, and you have to keep in mind, again, that this is obviously based in Japan first, and a lot of this is going to come down to what does the Japanese population like. Because yes, we have the global version, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to make sure that the Japanese audience is also going to like it. They're all about making money. We all know what Bandai are, so basically that. So in terms of if he could come, I think he could. Will he be someone as big as 120% leader? As much as I want him to, I just don't know. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I really wish I had a better answer than just saying like, oh, maybe he'll come. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say, because there are other characters in the game or in the Dragon Ball Z universe that are still in the game. So kind of hard to say. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they would eventually do it, but I mean, they're starting to recycle some cards. So yeah, I'm just not really sure. So yeah, but that would be pretty cool if they could bring him in there. He was always pretty cool. Plus, he gave Trunks his iconic sword, so why not? I would like him. Next question is, what games do you have on your phone except Dokkan? And I had to kind of pull up my phone here, and I was like, what other games do I play on my phone besides Dokkan? Because I definitely play Dokkan a lot. But some other games that I play are BlazBlue. It's a portable game. It's really fun. It's definitely a lot more casual, but at the same time, it can be pretty good when you're playing online against other people, which is pretty fun. So I like playing it, just logging on, doing a few battles every here and then. So I personally like that game a lot. And it's got one of the best gacha systems ever. You can play this game completely free to play, and you are totally fine. I've put maybe $20 into it, and I'm totally fine. Didn't have to put anything past that. The only reason I did that was to get the VIP level so that I could use the in-game currency that I earned that they give it to you through a little station and everything, and I can go into more detail later on that if you want in another video. But they allow you to get more diamonds, which is the dragon stones of this game, and I can just buy the characters that I want, and it's really cool. Now, obviously, I know, very different from DBZ, but nonetheless, I personally love the game. Other games that I play on here sometimes, I play a game called A-Breaker, which is actually Icebreaker, but it's spelled with A. It's a really fun game. It basically looks like this, if you can see it on the screen. So I personally love this game. It's really fun and casual, just to kind of, if you're bored on the train or something like that, just be like, okay, bam, I'm going to start doing that. And then what other games do I play? I sometimes play Pokemon Duel. Not really anymore, but I sometimes do. And I used to play Mario Run, but I haven't played that in a while. And I also play the Kingdom Hearts Chained X, I believe it's called. I play that sometimes. So yeah, so I play some other games, just not really that much. And if it happens to be really late at night and I miss my bus to get back to my place, and I had to take the train, I had to walk home from the station, then sometimes I play Pokemon Go at night, because it's actually really fun sometimes. So yeah, that'd be about it. So anyway, next question is, what are your thoughts on the future of gacha games? Has it become saturated, or is it a good thing for the fans? There are some good gacha games. Again, that BlazBlue game that I was talking about is really supportive to its fans. It is really good. It's one of the best ones, personally, in my opinion, I've seen. I know there's some other ones as well that are more towards the style of Dokkan and everything, but I don't know, Dokkan, I don't see Dokkan dying anytime soon. That game is making a ton of money. It's easily going into year 3, no problem, or it is in year 3. It's going to finish in the up year 3. It's going to go into year 4 kind of thing. In terms of after that, though, I'm not really sure. They really need to change some of their things, and I have a feeling that they're not going to unless all of a sudden, like, all the YouTubers and everyone else, not just the YouTubers, but at the same time, not just the fans, everyone would have to literally not be playing the game, not really be putting anything into it, and then they'd be like, okay, we need to change some things, or they just kill the game, so it's hard to say. But yeah, I don't know. That unfortunately, this is the way that a gacha game is. It's not like buying a full game of like Battlefield or something like that. You're not gonna get the whole game. You are not guaranteed to get everything in this game. That is the point of these things. And, you know, they may not be as popular in the States and everything, but you come over here to Japan, I swear I see everyone on the trains playing gacha games all the time, and they're fine with it. So, you know, you got pick whichever one you like, I guess, and just go with it. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not much of an answer, but that is the way that they're probably going to go for quite a while, would be my guess. So yeah. Next question is, who is your best Super God lead? Love your content. Have a nice day, man. And thanks. Thank you very much. I always like having good days. My best personal lead is probably going to be Super Gogeta. That is my best team right now, even without LR Gohan. But in terms of what I'm going to add a little bit onto it and just simply say what is my most favorite to run, I'm going to have to say Physical. Physical is my favorite to run. I don't know what it is. It's way past the honeymoon stage on those kind of teams, or on that team particularly. And I don't know, I love playing, I love using that team all the time. If you saw my video on using my cooler after I got 2 dupes into him, game low 15 critical and all that, I don't know, I just love using Physical teams. So it is truly fun. And yeah, I just need to get LR Ginyu, and that's basically, I'm good to go. It's gonna be a long time though for that one, so yeah. Okay, next question is, what made you live in Japan? So I've answered this a lot, but of course I know a lot of people are new to my channel, and I always get like, wait, you live in Japan? Yes, I actually do live in Japan. I've been living here for about 3 years now. I'm going into my 4th year, and I actually came here when I was in high school for a little trip. I have a sister high school up in Tokyo, so we visited them and everything. We did obviously the big touristy stuff, Kyoto, Osaka, all those places. And then I met some family out here, and then after that I was just like, you know what, I actually kind of want to live out here after college. So I studied in college for a while and came out and got a job out here, and I've been loving it ever since. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but no country's perfect. So I do like living out here. I've made some really cool friends and everything, and I still get to talk with my friends back home whenever I go visit them, or just on Skype or on Discord or anything like that. So yeah, I personally like living here, and I don't regret it at all. So yeah. Next question is, why can you speak Japanese and can read it? Story behind it. Well, I live in Japan, so yeah. I mean, I studied since I was in high school, and my hometown that I'm from, you know, huge. It's a sister city to Japan, or one of the cities here in Japan. And so a lot of Japanese culture inspiration, anything from cars to video games to cards, you name it, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I was able to study in high school, study in college, obviously had my high school trip here, and I moved out here. So just studying all the time. And yeah, I'm not perfect by any means. Trust me, speaking is still really hard. Reading can be pretty difficult too, but I can at least understand what a general message might say or what a sign might say about something. Listening is probably my best thing. So even when I read things in Dokkan and everything like that, you know, I may not be able to actually say exactly what it is, because kanji has multiple ways to say something. So that is, you know, one thing that you have to keep in mind when you're studying it. But I can at least look at the kanji and be like, oh, okay, I know exactly what this means. This means technique, this means ki, this means power, this means whatever it might be. So that is how I personally go about it, even when I'm related to Dokkan and everything. So yeah. All right, next question is, what do you want to see in the Dokkan for the future? The big question that we all want to see. You know, I've answered questions like this before, and I've done little videos on that as well, so go ahead and check that out. But I guess what I would like to see in Dokkan is, I guess, upping, not upping the difficulty in events, but maybe making more 2 events that come out. Not just simply having this simple Z Hard and Super 3. Throw in something unique and out of the ballpark for all events, or have 3 different stages. One where it's Z-Hard, one where it's Super 2, and then one that's just like crazy difficult that, you know, even if you have every card, it is still really hard to beat. But if you do beat it, then you get something special. I don't know, something like that would be really cool, because I mean, I don't know, it would be really cool to have that, but at the same time, not make it impossible for those who obviously don't have every card. Heck, I don't even have every card, so yeah. I don't know, something like that maybe would be pretty cool. I know another one, get rid of the rares out of a Dokkan banner or anything like that, or if you want to keep the rares in there because of rates and everything, stop making every single multi-summon a guaranteed SR, make it a guaranteed SSR, SRs are not the way of the game anymore. SSRs have been the way of the game for a long time. Or you need to start making some decent SRs. I actually saw this really cool idea. I can't remember where exactly, but someone thought of a cool idea where if they're going to start giving us guaranteed SRs only, why not make some SR cards that are like, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, or, you know, all these other cards that we can at least take those SRs and throw them into our SSRs to raise their SA level instead of having to only raise some people's SAs due to certain cards that are in a banner, or using old Kais. Allow us to get just a few of them. I'm not saying every single character in the game, but a few of them would be kind of nice. It really would. So yeah, something like that would be pretty cool. You know, I've talked about trading in the past and everything. So that's all. In the end, it's all up to them. So I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes. But that's kind of where I am right now with it. So yeah. Hopefully something can change. You know, the 120% leads are basically up. Once July hits, we don't know what's coming. Hopefully they've got something planned, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to be a little cautious at the same time. So, yeah. All right. Anyway, next question is, let's see what we got here. What is your favorite game besides Dokkan Battle? P.S. Keep it up, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. I'll keep it up. What are my favorite games besides Dokkan Battle? Actually, I got quite a few. Battlefield. I like Destiny. I like Smash Bros. I like Mario Kart. I like Zelda. I like Horizon. That was really fun. Final Fantasy 15 was pretty fun. I still need to finish it. You know, just first world problems when it comes to video games, I guess. I actually love Darksiders. I can't wait for Darksiders 3. Loved 2 like no tomorrow. 1 was a great game. I like Shadow of Mordor. That was really fun. Great games right there. I can't wait for the next one to come out. It's like Shadow of War or something like that. So that was always fun. So I love a lot of games. I truly do. I play PC, I play PS4. Hopefully getting a Switch here soon. I play pretty much anything. So I've been a gamer since I was a kid. So that's probably not going to stop until I'm like, you know, 80 years old in a wheelchair or something like that. So yeah. Definitely going to keep that up. All right, next question is, can you play some other games like Batman Arkham Knight or something? Well, Batman Arkham Knight's kind of an old game, but it was fun. It was pretty fun. Actually, and I will add that to the last question. I love the Batman Arkham games. So at least the ones made by Rocksteady. So, or no, Rocksteady, Rockstar, one of those guys. Anyway, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yes, I do want to be playing some other games. However, putting that kind of content on this channel unfortunately brings everything else down. However the YouTube algorithm works, it's not the greatest when you try to mix things up. That's why a lot of YouTubers have multiple channels. So I've actually been looking forward to probably making a new channel that focuses maybe more on multiplayer or single player games or something that is not Dokkan. Maybe if you like my content, but maybe, you know, it's like, hey, you know, I do want to see something a little bit different from Dokkan, then we're going to do that. And I do want to split them up. You know, whatever new channel I could potentially make in the future, it will have no affiliation with Dokkan whatsoever. That again, Dokkan is obviously a huge part of my YouTube career, and so I'm not giving that up by any means. Please don't think that, oh great, he's going to create a new channel, we're not going to see Dokkan, yada yada. No, that is not the case. I've been always liking being able to translate everything for you guys on the spot, show you guys how the Japanese is moved from one to the next, and I would like to do more of those Japanese with the Dokkan videos. The only problem is there's not much more to cover. I've covered literally everything that I can think of that would take up a video. I mean, you know, you guys, I even covered the little side missions and everything. I covered how to translate the kanji personally for leader skills, passives. Links I didn't really go into too much because you can just go into DBZ space for that, and most of them are translated in English already on the global version, so I see much in that. So if you guys have another idea for some other another video for me to translate a lot of stuff in Dokkan, by all means let me know, but I'm pretty sure I've covered most of that aside from whatever new characters happen to come, and if someone happens to have a pretty unique passive, then I have to translate that. But other than that, yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you think of that. So yeah. Next question is, what is the best way to learn Japanese? What is the best way to learn Japanese? Studying. Done. No, I'm joking. No, best way to learn Japanese is to find a good book and find a good teacher at first, okay? I learned in high school, great teacher that I had. She taught us actually a little opposite from what most people teach you. She taught us to go katakana then hiragana and then kanji. Most people that I know, though, learned hiragana, then katakana. I felt that helped me learn those two at least very well, and I was able to hold on to that knowledge pretty well. And then it comes down to the books. I've left this in my Japanese books. If you go onto my channel, it's the very first video you ever see. I keep it up as if you are new to my channel and not subscribed yet, you can check out that video about translating Japanese Dokkan. And I have a link down in the description below about what books I use to personally study. I still use them to this day. It all comes down to what helps you more. Do you need something that's going to show you pictures? Do you have something that is going to more practice for writing, speaking? It all depends on you. But I personally love those books I left in the description of that video. So go ahead and check that out. Because I still use it to this day. It's great for grammar, vocab, everything, and just get you started, and then you can kind of branch out and go from there. Another way, and I know people will laugh at this all the time, listening to music, watching the things like anime or dramas in the language that you want to learn, and in this case, Japanese, it actually does help. Anytime Dragon Ball Super comes out, I watch it raw. I do not watch it with subtitles or anything. I can watch it and I can understand most of it. Any little details that I might not understand, then I go back and watch the sub and I could compare and I say, oh, okay, that's what I missed, or I didn't understand this, or maybe they speak too fast. So don't knock it till you've tried it. Definitely go in, watch it without subtitles. Just try it. Just do it with your favorite TV shows. It's actually not too bad. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And Japanese is a hard language to learn, but like anything, some people are going to find it easy, some people will find it hard. So yeah, you just got to go with the flow, and I wish you the best of luck if you are trying to learn Japanese. So yeah. Next question is, do you miss the old days of Dokkan where boss fights were next to impossible to beat, or do you prefer the new system where you can just blast through events? I kind of cover this in my what do I want to see in Dokkan in the future. I do miss the days of, you know, I wouldn't say bosses were near to impossible, but I definitely say they gave you a challenge. They gave you a challenge, like no tomorrow. So if they could, again, add more to your basic Dokkan Fest kind of events, have a Z-Hard, have a Super 2, and have some nearly impossible one or a really challenging one, and then I think we could actually, you know, I don't know, that maybe that's coming from someone who does have a lot of the cards, and so maybe you're not, but again, you don't have to worry about it if you don't have to. But at the same time, I know people are going to be like, what about us free-to-play? You know, what if I can't buy yada yada? You know, guys, I know this might sound a little harsh, but in the end, it's a gacha game. That's what it is. They don't care about, hey, I have the game downloaded, I deserve everything. You didn't pay like 60 bucks for the full game, so unfortunately, that's the way it is. I mean, you've seen my luck recently on the game. Yeah, look at that. Go back and watch those videos. So yeah, why do you think one of my worst summon videos ever has one of my highest likes and least dislikes? Yeah, that says something about you, the community right there. Thanks, guys. I love you too. But yeah, anyway, so unfortunately, I don't, you know, I would love to have the, you know, obviously a lot more difficulties, maybe some kind of new game mode. We thought Battlefield would be that, but honestly, Battlefield, I don't even think Bandai knows what they want to do with Battlefield. It's probably just going to be something where they're going to leave it as it is after this beta. We'll maybe have it once a day for, you know, as long as they decide to keep it on or whatever. I'm not really sure, so I don't know, it's really hard to say. So, and unfortunately, they're tying a lot of rebirths to those Dokkan medals that you have to get from Battlefield, so they need to keep it out every single day after this beta too. Otherwise, people are going to forget about them and not even go for them. So, and who knows, maybe that will be the push to get them to finally make huge changes. I really don't know. So it's kind of hard to say on that one, but yeah, we'll have to see after that. So yeah. Next question is, what kind of YouTuber would you be if you were not that interested in DBZ and you were into some other anime? Well, I can tell you right now, if I was not really much into DBZ and I just simply liked it as a show, my YouTube channel would not have pretty much nothing to do with any kind of anime, because I like watching some anime, but I mostly use it to learn Japanese and everything. In fact, when I first started YouTube long time ago, I actually wanted to do more things with like Battlefield and other kind of multiplayer games. So, and I might try to do that with another channel potentially in the future. More info on that later. But yeah, if I was not that interested in DBZ, I can tell you right now, I would not be at 20K. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was in the right place at the right time when it came to Dokkan and JP and translating. I didn't realize how much of a following it had and how much people liked playing the Japanese version but didn't understand half the stuff that was in it. So, you know, it's a cool thing for me to do, and it kind of took off. So yeah. But what kind of YouTuber I'd be? I'd still try to be the same person I am today. You know, helpful, you know, to show everyone how they can go about something. Maybe not the one way to go about it, but a certain way that you can. And hey, there are other ways to do it, and just trying to be friendly and helpful and chatting with you guys. I mean, that's what it's all about. I love doing streams. I love doing that. Who knows? Maybe I would have gone into streaming more than just YouTube in general. I don't know. So, you know, obviously you need time for a lot of that stuff, but it's hard to say. You know, I can't really look into the future like that. So yeah. All right, next one is, and this was like this is like a list. He like bullet points for this one. He says, questions. What do you do in Japan? What inspired you to become a YouTuber? What are your all-time favorite animes, DC or Marvel? And how did you start playing Dokkan? And on the side there, thanks for your content and congrats on the 22.5K subs. I think I'm almost at 23 actually by the time of this recording, but yeah. So first off, what I do in Japan, I teach and I do YouTube and I hang out and I'm a normal guy. Second, what inspired me to become a YouTuber? I used to watch a lot of guys like Level Cap and Matimio and everything like that, playing Battlefield. You know, Big Mooney, Westy, those kind of guys. And I still watch them today, and I still play Battlefield and everything like that. I play a little more Overwatch now. But yeah, seeing what they did, and I built my computer in college, and I said, you know what, I want to try it out. Unfortunately, it was kind of the wrong time for me to start it because then I moved to Japan, and I got distracted and job and everything. So yeah, that was kind of what I did there. But yeah, so that's kind of what inspired me to become a YouTuber, and I hope I can continue down the road. What are my all-time favorite animes? DBZ, Kuroko no Basket, I'm blinking on the name here. What is it? Attack on Titans. Attack on Titans is a great anime. I prefer the manga though. I usually prefer the manga over the anime adaptation of something. So that's just the way I am. But yeah, so I like those, and there are some other ones I'm forgetting, like Yu Yu Hakusho and everything like that. But I mean, there's just so many. So I've always enjoyed it. Next, DC or Marvel. Marvel. There are some cool parts of DC. Batman. Yeah, Batman's awesome. But no, Marvel is what I prefer personally. And how did I start playing Dokkan? I saw the global version of Dokkan. I tried it out for about a month. Got tired of it because the only SSR I had in there was a fat physical Boo. So I got rid of it, and all of a sudden I saw the JP version on the JP store because I live here in Japan, and I do have some apps that I use here for my daily life. And I was like, oh, hey, look, Dokkan Battle and JP. And I know, so I'm like, man, you guys are what, different, very far ahead. And first, you know, I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go in here and start playing it. And I was like, you know, this actually helps me with my Japanese. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to stick with the JP version of the game. So yeah. And the last question for this video, guys, again, I know it doesn't seem like I answered much, but the last one is, what is your daily routine outside of Dokkan? Wake up, go to work, come back, make a video, eat dinner, and then edits and go to sleep. Or on the weekends, go out and hang with friends. I try to work out, but it's starting to, you know, with the heat coming in right now, it's definitely harder to work out. So usually at night after I'm done, I at least go for some kind of walk or I go running or something like that. So yeah, that is basically my routine outside of Dokkan. But yeah, anyway, guys, a little bit of a long video, but nonetheless, thank you so much for all of you who actually stuck around for the whole thing. And yeah, it was, you know, thank you again so much for helping me reach 20K. Next step, 30K. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get there. Maybe by next year, because it's next year around April, May time will be 2 years after starting this getting back into YouTube and doing the Dokkan. Who knows? Maybe I can hit 50K. If I can hit 50K by then, I'll be like, sweet, halfway to 100,000. I'm all for it. So yeah. Again, thank you guys so much. And if you happen to stumble upon this video for the first time, consider hitting that subscribe button. It does help a lot, and I hope you did enjoy the video and any other future videos I have, or any past videos if you happen to check it out. Leave a like if you liked the video, and leave any comments down below. If I happen to miss something, I'll try to answer it on there. I did not really answer many questions on the other video, because obviously that's what the questions were for this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next one.